It's your boy T-Bird and reaction. This is a makeup for Music Money since I couldn't do it on Monday because I had a power outage in the area as well too. So that's no story. So this is from a well-known producer, Bolo the producer. Bolo. So this is thought to be the interesting video because I've been checking out his videos a lot about behind the whole producing and all that as well too. Because let me get my baby out. I'll drop my hard drive. I've been getting my beat making in for a minute though. I'm just doing it as a hobby, but uploading this stuff on my SoundCloud. Some of the instrumentals you hear as my intro as well too. You may not recognize. You may not realize is like, what is that? That's actually my work as well too. Like the one I'll be doing for the trying to last with Million Mitch though. That's my beat as well too. Something like if it's not like wrestling intros or like from a well-known song, it's like just instrumental. That's me right there as well too. But anyway, the reason I'm saying this because I sometimes like to spill my age, and I don't like to show my age, but at this time, I'm a little more proud of my age. You know what I mean? I got a wife, my house, my kid now as well too, and I got stuff looking great for me in a way. But I am around 38. I'll be 39 this month as well too. So I'm pushing 40. So the reason why I'm saying this because he had a thing called "You're Never Too Old to Make Music" as well too, and I've been DJing for a good while since before I turned 30. I've been got into DJ. Well, I got into DJ, but I've been doing it before I turned 30, but way before. But a little before that, I became gung ho into a career, like a career and a hustle in a way too, getting gigs and stuff like that. Before it was just hobby because I was trying to buy stuff piece to piece, and then stuff was not working, and then the controllers were venting, and then the rest changed history. Then later on, like a couple of years ago, in my late 30s, as I am right now, so I wanted to get into beat making just out of curiosity. I was curious for a good while, but I thought it was like cost a lot of money to get it. And I started out with the trusty launch pad, which trusty launch pad as well too is right here. Ooh. Sorry, the launch pad on the one brick launch pad, and with Ableton as well too. Then got the surprise Christmas gift with the ABC, and I've been having fun with it though too. If it's somehow turned into something, I'll be happy. For now, if it's just for fun or recognition or SoundCloud and everything, that's all good. I mean, just like with these videos, I get famous. If not, I just like to do it for fun. Same with DJing. But other than that, I want to hear his thoughts on Never Too Old to Make Music. A lot of folks in this generation like to put a time limit or a timetable on folks as well too, because doing stuff young and early can be a bigger accomplishment than doing something when the time is right as well too. Whether it's not just music and life in general, whether it's getting married or having kids, folks are having kids late. I having a kid late, but as a while they're like that's not. They look at anything done late or late blooming as a bad thing, where sometimes it's not really a bad thing, and it can be saying with music as well too. Whether you've been doing it for a while or you've been doing one thing, you started to get into something else, and you just for the passion, or you've been working on it for a while and you want to still get that, you still have that dream of being famous or getting recognized as for your craft and everything. It's never too late, you know what I mean? Always, that's why I never really messed with the music, but the fact that she made herself famous for singing Susan Boyle is a true identity of never too late. So let's hear what Bolo the Don. Yeah, I feel like the producer Bolo the producer got to say about You Never Too Old to Make Music. Let's get it.
All right, so believe it or not, I actually get a few direct messages of people asking me, is a certain age too old to be producing? Like one guy hit me up, he asked, is 50 years old too old to be producing? And the simple answer to that is no. Nah.
Bolo! Yes, Bolo had produced a lot of infamous songs, too, by the way.
All right, before we get started, make sure you guys pick up my drum kits. Make sure you guys pick those things.
I want to kind of skip this because this is only because I appreciate the hustlers. I can do it on my own, but let's get. I don't want to hold folks up because I talked too much already, so let's get it.
Use music. Like I never understood that.
Hold on. Let me go back real quick. Go back a little bit.
Right now. So when has it ever been a thing that you're too old to produce music? Like I never understood that. Now I actually made a video similar to this a couple years ago, but I feel like I need to kind of rehash this because a lot of you guys who are a little older, who are basically in unk status, which, you know, unk status is, you know, in music years, that's like 33 to 35 years old, you're in unk status. This is for the aunties too. Yeah, once y'all get around that same age, y'all are production aunties.
Yeah, they got show love for the auntie, aka the lady producers as well too, because there's some ladies who make some beat stuff. I done came across some on IG as well too. Always shout out to One Girl and many other lady producers out there, lady beat makers as well too, including Sarah the instrumentalist as well too. But let's keep going.
For all y'all ladies out there. And to kind of clarify unk status, like, yeah, I'll say around 33 to 35 in music years, but there's like 3 things, like my 3 top things that will basically really put you in unk status. And, you know, there's more, but these 3 things are like tops to me. Number 1, you still own a Triton keyboard. Yeah, that's unk status. Number 2, you got grandkids. Yeah, you like more than unk status at that point. And number 3, you still use Reason.
See,
like the actual program, not the plug-in, but the actual program. I don't care.
Alright, so this is the thing right there. So I gotta get what he mean by, hold on, I ain't switched nothing. So, yeah, okay, I ain't switched nothing. So I gotta get what he means with it now, a little bit in the way. He's talking about those who still be doing anything in the way, but have like, you know, stuff like he said, they try in the Reason. Funny thing about it, ironically, they're 2 of the 2 stuff he mentioned, stuff I did react to by direct production on the what had happened was and everything. Shout out to direct production as well too. You know, I usually do this stuff. I might still see if I can fit it in. I might still fit that in. But anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, what age you at? You're unk status then. Definitely unk status. I'm dead serious about that Reason part. But yeah, just about anywhere else in the world, you know, unk status is, you know, usually like mid to late 30s, early 40s or whatever like that. But it's a little different in music. You know, music is a young person's sport right now. And at the end of the day, a lot of you guys will get a little older and you're thinking, I may be getting a little too old to be keeping up with these young cats. And I know the feeling. Like, you got to understand, I'm 43 years old. But
And trust me, I know the feeling too. Because usually I'm up on new stuff, but lately I have been trying. And put like this, not because I don't like it. It's just hard to try to keep up with as well too. I'm not on the radio as much half because I got XM radio, or I'm listening to my own beats, or I'm listening to YouTube videos, YouTube songs as well too. But if I hear new stuff, I'm gonna try my best to keep up as well too. But I be playing shit and folks be have him request. I'm like, who? I'm like, let me look it up. Oh, I got this. And for some reason I haven't had the song. Just I'm not too familiar with, or I might have heard this song and I know the name of the person or the song, and then I hear like, oh, this song. Okay, but yeah, let's keep going.
But I'm in the studio with people who are half my age all the time, even more than that. And I'm here to tell you guys there is no age limit on production because of one main reason. If it's dope, it's dope. People don't care right now. When you send out a pack of beats to somebody, nobody's sitting there asking, man, I wonder how old this producer is.
No,
they don't care. They really just want.
Exactly. If your shit sounds good, you know, your shit sounds good. Your shit sounds good. No matter what age it is. I mean, whether a kid making the beat, or it's or somebody the usual 20 to late teens making the beat, or somebody in their 30s and 40s, hell, somebody in their 50s and possibly their 60s, you know what I mean? That, as long as that shit sounds dope, it sounds good, and sound timeless, you good. So like, even if it's old school, they still fuck with it, you know what I'm saying?
Want to get the best product out, and if you're dope, you're dope. Come on now. Timbaland, yeah, Timbo, yeah, he's definitely unk status. Mike Dean, yeah, unk status too. And there's some other producers out here who I'm not going to name who are in that 33 to 35-year-old range who still makes a lot of beats to this day. And, they're definitely in unk status as well. And then the crazy part about it is a lot of the younger producers seem to forget that there's one major thing in their life that's going to happen. They're going to get old. Or at least I would want them to get old.
Yeah, true. We would want you to get old because that's how we losing folks sometimes. But yeah,
I want everybody to get old. That's the name of the game. I want everybody
goals
to get old. But yeah, a lot of these young producers now who were like 19, 20, like a couple years ago, these guys are like in their early 30s now. And time flies. But they're still working with just about everybody. Even some of these rappers and some of these singers who just a few years ago were like in their 20s are like in their mid to late 30s right now. Yeah. And they're still making the same music.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And they still sound good at that too, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce been doing her thing since she was a late teenager. And I mean, I'm talking about like, being behind the scenes. I mean, like she was out as a teenager. Like she was like 17. When Destiny Child first came with no. Now she like one of the biggest pop star of all time in her 40s. I think she's literally 40 in her 40s. I'm saying who else we can say? I will say Chris Brown in a way as well too. Rihanna started out as a teenager and now she's in her 30. She's been taking breaks having kids, and with Savage Fenty as well too. Who knows? Many others, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like they were still in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? But it's not slowing anybody down. But right now, with the way the internet works, you can produce forever.
That is facts right there. The internet, you can produce forever. Whether it's the AI producing, these dolls as well too. If you want to sharpen your skills, you shout out to my boy. So my one homeboy who does production as well too. That he said that he calls it YouTube University when I was trying to get into producing as well too. When I first got producing, but yeah, Alex, yeah, my boy Alex, yeah.
As long as it's dope. The main thing, it just has to be dope. Mm-hmm. Stop worrying about your physical age and start worrying about your production age. Yes. You could be 60 years old, but your production age could be 22. Or exactly. You could be 25, but your production age can be 75. It's all about getting out here, understanding.
But ain't nothing wrong. Just if anybody said that, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of folks like the old soul, you know what I'm saying? You be hearing, like, I say this because you be hearing stuff from, you hear stuff that's like, sound like it's like from the 70s, 60s, or 70s, but it is like up to date new stuff, you know what I'm saying? For real, like
where the music landscape is right now. You got to understand what plugins people are using. Yep. You got to understand what sounds people are using. Mm-hmm. You got to understand what these new artists want right now. And also you got to understand what these new writers want right now. A lot of times I'm working with writers. Some of the writers are young, some of the writers are a little bit older, but they pretty much put the songs together, then they send everything out, whether it being a hook or being a full song, and they ship it out to the artist, and if the artists like it, they usually get on it. And even some of them are pretty old, but they understand what people are wanting right now or what people are liking right now. And
that'd be right. Some of them are like folks who was like famous back in the 80s and everything, like in the forefront, doing their thing in the back behind the scenes as well too. The one lead singer from the group that Babyface came from, the deal, he's writing songs for like new artists like crazy as well too. Full Force still doing shit, dude. Full Force, man. Full Force, and I follow them on Facebook heavy. They still doing their thing, man. They're not like, you be surprised who they producing. I mean, you think they would stop them because you hear nothing from them. They stopping. No, they doing anything behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying, they did stuff for Backstreet Boys. Come on now.
Nobody is sitting there on the other end like, dang, that writer is old. How old is that writer?
You be
It does
surprised.
not matter.
Yeah, like, he might be producing some shit right now that you bump into right now by somebody young was a singer or rapper. You may never know
At all. So for some of you guys who keep asking me, like, man, you know, I feel out of place sometimes when I'm working with these kids because, you know, it's a different lingo and they're at a different speed. I'm at a different point in my life right now. If you're not comfortable, don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
True.
Maybe you might need to work with an artist that might be a little bit older.
Or, I mean, it could be not be just age, it could be not exact age by number, but maturity as well too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes age is just an age, a number. Not trying to condone R. Kelly, but age and number, and you want to make work somebody who's maybe young but mature mentally in music. You know what I'm saying that, you know, might like the sounds you got that's, you know, mature, you know.
Or you might need to work with an artist that has a little bit older mindset.
Yep.
You know, somebody who acts you know, a little bit more grown.
Exactly.
But if you make a dope product, don't hinder yourself by saying you're too old. Go ahead and either, you know, try to email it to them or try to give it to somebody who can give it to their artist. Because right now, none of us are looking at like Timbaland and like saying, dang, I can't get a Timbaland beat because he, you know, he's a little older. Or I don't want Mike Dean on the track because he's a little older. Nobody's saying that.
Anybody that denies a Timbaland track is a damn fool, I'm gonna say. Anybody that denies a Timbaland beat, you a damn fool.
People are requesting to get these guys on tracks. And even take it from somebody like me, I work with a lot of new artists every single week. And with these guys, they don't look at me as being the 43-year-old Bolo. They just look at me as somebody who can make some decent music that they may or may not like. And a lot of times we sit there together, we bounce ideas off of each other, and we make something that everybody likes. That's the good thing about music. It's subjective. And as long as you can understand what the artist wants, you will always have a pathway to produce it. So don't let age kind of get you caught up in this thing, because like with hip hop and R&B, we're like the only genre where people are like, oh, this person's old, this person's old. But then you turn around and like 10 years go by, and then those same people saying that are like, man, these 10 years went by pretty fast. And you're sitting there like, I told you. So no, there is no expiration date on music. None. Until, you know, you expire. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. So if you guys are in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, keep on producing, man. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about being happy. So I hope this video inspired all you guys out there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out and keep producing. All you unks and unkettes.
Also unkettes. But yeah, true shit though. I didn't mean to stop that. True shit though. You shouldn't yeah. Age on that number. Because I was on my phone, I was trying to look up DJ Green Lantern. You know, Green Lantern's well known DJ producer, official DJ for Shady Records or anything. But he's like in his 40s and everything, but he's like back in stone DJ for the likes of Pro Era, where majority of them guys were like at the time are in their mid to early 20s, late teens as well too. Such as the person now who the Pro Era is, that's Joey Badass, the late great Capital Steez, CJ Fly, and many others as well too. Desi Hines, you know what I mean, and he was back in there. He's DJing and did production for him as well too. And that man is his 40s. You know what I'm saying, so like I said, never too old to make music, never too old to produce music as well too. As long as it sounds good, it sounds dated for that artist or whatever. Or I mean, you ain't too. And if you're young with an old mindset, that's perfect for a lot of folks who want that kind of music as well too. Because like I said, I told you, I come across a lot of songs, that music that you think is from the 60s or 70s. Nah, that thing was like some 2010, 2020s stuff. There's just sounds some old school. Does have that old school sound to it. You know what I'm saying, prime example, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. I can't think of the name right now, but anyway, Silk Sonic. Yeah. Well, then that. If you like my reaction and my thoughts and reaction as well too, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shout out to Bolo producer, man. That was a good video to check out as well too. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.